My fellow Americans, hello. I don't know if it's good evening or good morning. I don't know when you're watching this, but have a good day. This is the legend, Bobby Lee Jordan, and this is Life Lessons with the Legend, live from the studios of Shanty Road University in Shanty Road, South Carolina. I'm not sure what to title this little life lesson. We'll figure that out as we go, or maybe when it's over with. I wanted to tell you a story about back when I was still working in the mill, in Cannon Mills. I was working in the sheet department. Laid up sheets, and many young men did that over the years. Laid up sheets for them women. There'd be a bunch of them. And I really tried to treat everybody the same. Young, old, black, white, pretty, and not very pretty. I tried to make no difference between these people because they're trying to make a living and I'm trying to make a living, and we all had to work together. But there was one little old lady that just got in her head that I didn't like her, that I was not treating her like I was the other women in that department, sheet department. And she went to the boss man about it. And he came and asked me one day, he said, what'd you do to that woman? I said, I ain't done nothing to her. And every time I would go to lay up sheets for her, she'd look at me like, if looks could kill, I'd have been dead. And this went on for a while. And the second time she told the boss something on me, that I was not treating her right, like treating the other ladies in there. So I was pretty perplexed. It was a pretty uncomfortable situation. You don't want conflict in your workplace. You don't want to have enemies, so to speak, in the workplace. So I didn't quite know what to do. I was pretty young. I would guess I was in my early 30s. And so, I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to live right. I'm trying to be the best person I can be. So it occurred to me that the thing I needed to do was pray for this woman. And I would pray for her, and every time we would leave for the weekend or something, I would ask her to, or I'd tell her, have a good weekend, and she'd give me that go to hell look. And then when we'd come back to work the next week, I'd say, I hope you had a good weekend. I'd tell her, have a good day, your hair looks nice. I was just doing all I can to try to get her not to hate me so bad. And after about 2 weeks of just being extra nice to her and praying for her, I think that was the key thing, because it's hard to hate somebody that you're praying for. I think it's impossible. She started bringing me poems that she had cut out of Home Life magazine. And it just made a complete 180 in her attitude toward me and how our relationship was. It was never nothing more than a work relationship, but you don't want to have that adversarial relationship with your coworkers or your perceived enemies. So let me encourage you to do this and think on this. I know that we don't always get along with people, especially people we work with, and sometimes family, sometimes neighbors, just whatever the case may be. It's hard to get along with people. So if you have a problem with someone, instead of being hateful and mean and rude to that person, try praying for them. Ask God to bless them and see if that doesn't make a difference. It'll make a difference in your attitude, whether it changes theirs or not. And you'll be a better person for it. So again, I don't know what to title this episode, but we'll figure it out. My assistant executive producer and I will. And I'm going to stop right here to give you time to let that sink in. But I always need to ask, does anybody have any questions? No questions? Good. So until I see you the next time, y'all act like you got some sense.